Hello everyone. As we already discussed about the question related to chords, here we are discussing the questions which are related to angles. Now, one of the questions can be like this, where O is the center of this circle and these are 2 points A and B. This is yet another point C, and if we draw a line like this, then these two angles are given as 30 degree and 20 degree, and we have to find out the value of angle AOB. Now, we can go for a construction where we are joining O with C. We already know that OC, OA and OB. These all must be equal as these are the radius of the circle. And if we talk about a triangle ACO, we know that AO and OC are equal, then definitely the angles which are corresponding to them must be equal. That means angle ACO is equals to 30 degree. Same way, if we talk about a triangle COB, again this is the radius and this is the radius. This angle is 20 degree, so the corresponding angle must be 20 degree. So angle BCO is also 20 degree. If we go for the complete angle, it comes out to be 50 degree, 30 plus 20. And we already know that the angle at the center is always double the angle at the segment. So if it is 50 degree, then the angle this must be double of 50. So angle AOB is equals to 100 degree. There is yet another question where there is a circle and AB and CD are two diameters which are passing through the center of the circle, that is O. Now, as we know that they are passing through the center of the circle, we understand that CO, AO, OD and OB, all of them are equal as they will act as a radius of the circle. We know this angle is 52 degree. So, if in case we talk about the angle in same segment, then this angle must be equal to this angle. So, angle CDB is also 52 degrees. So the value of this will come out to be 52 degree. Plus, if we talk about the triangle OBD, we know these two are the radius and that is why they are equal. So the corresponding angles to them must be equal. So the value of X or the value of angle OBD is also 52 degrees. And same must be the case in this triangle where this angle will also be equal to 52 degrees. If we look at another question, then it is given that this is a chord AB, AD and BC. If we join these two, then this angle DAB is given as 65, angle DBA is given as 35 degree, and we have to find out the value of angle X. Because this is another triangle and this is the separate triangle, first of all we have to look at the angle of angle ADB. We know that sum of all the angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. These two angles already sum up to 100. That means angle ADB is 80 degrees, which is 180 minus 100. And as we already discussed in this, that angle in the same segment must be equal. So angle this must be equal to X. So angle ACB is also equal to 80 degrees. So the value of X here comes out to be 80 degrees. Then there are some other questions which are based on angles. We already know that if in case there is a semicircle, then the angle in the semicircle must be 90 degree. Here we are clear that this angle is the angle in the semicircle and the angle must be 90 degree. On the other hand, we also know that the angle in the sum of all the angles in a triangle is always 180. It is 30, it is 90. So the angle this must be equal to 60 degrees. This is the external angle. We already know that if in case we talk about the internal and the external angle, the sum is always 180 degree. So the value of X automatically comes out to be 180 minus 60, and that is 120 degrees. So here the value of X comes out to be 120 degrees. Then yet another question where there is a line AB, a chord AB. we draw a angle C and we are also talking about the center O. Here I will mention one thing which is very, very important, that if in case there is a circle, this is the center. So when I draw a line, a chord, it divides the circle into two segments. One is the smaller segment, which is less than half the circle, and one is the larger segment, which is more than half the circle. So if in case from these 2 points we draw a line, we draw an angle on the smaller segment, it is always greater than 90, and when we draw an angle on the larger segment, it is always less than 90, and the sum of these two must be equal to 180 degree as they are cyclic quadrilateral. Here it is already known that if in case we talk about a line AB, a chord AB, then ACB is a smaller segment or smaller arc. That means the angle which we will make here is definitely more than 90 degree. Here in this case it is given as 120 degree. If this angle is 120 degree, we can make another construction where we will make an angle on the other segment. Now the triangle ACBD has become a quadrilateral, which is basically inside a circle. So this is also known as cyclic quadrilateral, where this angle plus the sum of this angle must be 180. So angle ADB will become 60 degree. And the angle at the center is always double the angle at the arc or on the segment. So either if this angle is 60 degree, so the angle AOB will automatically come out to be 120 degree, which is double of this angle. On the other hand, we can also say that if this angle is 120, then these 2 points will make an angle at the center which is double the angle at the segment. So this angle AOB, the larger angle which is more than 180, must be 240 degree. So this angle is 240 or this angle is 120 plus AO and OB both are equal. It means the angles which are corresponding to these must be equal. So if this is x degree, then this angle is also x degree, and the sum of these 3 angles must be 180 degree. So it is actually 120 plus twice of x is equal to 180 degree. The value of 2x becomes 60 degree and the value of x becomes 30 degree. So here the angle is 30 degree in this segment. If we talk about another question, we already know this is a cyclic quadrilateral which we have made in this circle. It is already given that this is a cyclic quadrilateral. So this angle plus this angle, angle ADC plus angle ABC must be 180 degree. It is already given as 140 degree. So this angle comes out to be 40 degrees. Plus we already know that the angle in the semicircle, if this is a diameter, then at a point C, this is basically an angle on the semicircle, so it must be 90 degree. And sum of all the angles of a triangle is already 180, so 90 plus 40 is 130 degree. The value of x becomes 180 degree minus 130 degree, which is actually the value as 50 degree. So this angle will come out to be 50 degrees. So these are certain questions which are based on angles. Now in the next we will talk about the questions which are based on tangents. Thank you.